Hi, my name is Joanne, and I am a co-op consultant with Laurier Co-op. And in today's presentation, I will be sharing information on the Business and Economics Co-op program. Co-op at Laurier is based in a work-integrated learning model, and it allows students the opportunity to gain hands-on practical work experience to complement academic studies. Students complete 2 years of academic study prior to the first work term. It is a competitive application process for the business and economics programs, and it is also a 1-point entry program, which is at the beginning of second year. Students receive academic credit for completion of the Co-op Fundamentals Preparation course in second year and for each successful work term. Those who meet all Co-op requirements graduate with a Co-op designation on their diploma and transcript. As mentioned, the Business and Economics Co-op program is a competitive entry program. Students will apply to Co-op at the end of first year, and if students meet a minimum GPA cutoff, they will be eligible for an admission interview. The minimum GPA requirements for 2023 was an 8.8, and this will likely be higher for 2024. And the average of those admitted was a 10.3. We assess applicants in 4 areas. We will look at work experience, volunteer service, and extracurricular activities. And for both these sections, we are looking at senior high school and first year at Laurier, first year academic performance, and then performance in the admission interview. We have offered to approximately 358 of the more than 600 students who have applied in the past. Now, looking at the work term study sequences, we have 2 sequences, and we may assign more than half of students to sequence 2, and there's no opportunity to request an alternate sequence. Sequence 2 students will start their first work term, the fall term, after completing 3A, and sequence 1 students start the spring term after second year. It will be important on the sequence selection form that you indicate if you are only willing to accept sequence 1 or sequence 2. Economic students will automatically be placed in sequence 1. So students will complete 3 work terms, each 4 months in length. There is an option in both sequences to complete an 8-month work term, and this would be 1 position for 8 months continuously with 1 employer. Now, for more information, or if you want to take a closer look at the work term study sequence, please do check out the website, the Co-op website. Now, there are certainly many benefits to being part of the Co-op program, and one of them is to investigate and define career choices. So many students are able to help determine what type of jobs they enjoy, and then also the type of roles or type of functions that they are not as interested in. And it does help them fine-tune what they would like to do post-graduation. Develop work-related skills. So there's many skills that are gained throughout the Co-op work terms, and many transferable skills that can be brought throughout your Co-op journey and beyond. So skills such as communication skills, and that would include written and verbal, client service, technical skills, develop critical thinking skills. Students develop industry contacts and certainly grow their professional network. So there's certainly a lot of networking opportunities for students during Co-op. And up to 60% of the graduating class have received a job offer from one of their Co-op employers. Students will obtain 1 full year of work experience. So outside of having and graduating with a degree, students will have a full year of paid work experience. And then that leads me to my final point, which Co-op does help offset or finance your education, as all of the roles that we approve for Co-op are paid positions. Now, there are certainly some realities or things that you do need to know as being part of the Co-op program. And one is there is a financial commitment to being part of the program. The government does not cover costs for the university to offer the program. So therefore, students will pay Co-op fees 4 times between second and fourth year. Currently, it is $810.62 per academic term, and this is as of July 1st, 2023. So please note that fees do increase annually. Relocation is often required depending on where you live and where you're looking to work, so flexibility is important. Some of the costs that you'll need to look at is accommodations, transit and commuting costs, Now, a large majority of our employers are located in the GTA, but students are currently working in different working models, from being in the office Monday through Friday, hybrid work, and complete 100% remote work. There's no guarantee of employment. Historically, our student employment rates have remained very strong and have routinely been between 95 to 100%. Now, we are seeing, however, that the labor market is currently experiencing a shift. So it is very important for students to be engaged in the process. Students in co-op graduate later. Students will complete their last academic term 4th year in the summer and graduate in October, compared to regular stream students that graduate in the spring. And the last point, and certainly not the least, is the increased workload. So often co-op is considered an extra course, as there is a lot of extra work that does come with that, on top of the 5 academic courses that students are taking. And that will range from attending co-op sessions, preparing resume and cover letters to apply to multiple jobs, prepare for interviews, and often interviews are happening during midterms, and sometimes final exams. The employment process may be lengthy, particularly for the first work term, as the first work term tends to be the most challenging. Now, looking at our weekly salary survey from first work term students from 2023, if you would like to take a closer look at this, please do visit the co-op website, but you can see that it's broken down by industry, and then providing highs and lows and then average salaries. And then looking at employment locations and functional areas where students in their first work term were employed in 2023. As I'd mentioned earlier, when we're looking at employment, majority of our employers are located in the GTA. And then we have 21% in the KW Cambridge Guelph area, and smaller percentages as you go outside of those areas. Now, students are given the opportunity to conduct a personal job search. So for some students that may want to work closer to home, there are opportunities to do an external search, and the job just has to be approved through the co-op office to have it counted towards your co-op work term. And the areas there where students were employed, top 4 were marketing communications, finance, management accounting, and CPA, and then smaller percentages in other areas. So similar to the location, if there's certain industries that students are interested in that may be a little bit more niche, there's the opportunity to do the personal job search. And then looking at some of our employers, now this is a very, very small sample of some of the employers that we work with. We do work with a wide range of employers, from multinational organizations to small to medium size, and as well startup. So there is a broad range of the employers that we work with, which allows for students to take a look and see what they're interested in when applying for different roles. So make sure to check out the Laurier Co-op website to watch videos of our students sharing their experiences as a co-op student. I know there's nothing better than hearing what your peers think and what their experience has been. So I do encourage you to please check out the co-op website. So for any questions, please reach out to Coop admissions at wlu.ca. But also please make sure to check out the presentation on how to apply to co-op, and also the co-op admission interview. Thank you for listening.